Greetings to you students. Welcome to Class 8 Social Online class. Today I am going to teach you Geography, Unit 3, Hydrologic Cycle. Children, this lesson is both interesting and informative. So I request you to see all the videos regarding this lesson without skipping any part. Okay, let's get started. Children, the learning objectives of this lesson are: first, to understand the status of water on the earth. Next, to learn the basic concepts of hydrologic cycle. And then to study the different components of hydrologic cycle. Children, can we live without water? Can plants, animals, birds and other living things live without water? Can we produce anything without water? Definitely no, isn't it? Yes, we cannot live or do anything without water. So children, water is one of the most important elements on the earth. Children, all plants and animals need water for survival. That is, all plants and animals need water to live. Children, apart from drinking, water is used for agriculture, industry and domestic purposes. Children, water is very essential for carrying out almost all economic activities. Now, economic activities are actions involving production, distribution and consumption of goods. So children, water is an indispensable element. That means it is absolutely necessary, without which life form on the earth is not possible. So, water is life. Next, let's learn about the composition of water on the earth. Children, 71% of the earth's surface is covered by water. This is about 326 million cubic miles on the earth. So, almost 3/4 of the earth is covered with water. See children, most of the water on the earth is saline, that is, it is salty and is found in seas and oceans. Children, as I already told you that most of the water is saline, the salt water constitutes about 97.2% of the total water and the fresh water is only about 2.8% of the total water available. Children, out of this 2.8%, about 2.2% is available as surface water and the remaining 0.6% as groundwater. Children, from this 2.2% of surface water, 2.15% is available in the form of glaciers and ice caps. Now, what are glaciers? Glaciers are huge masses of ice. Is it clear, children? Children, from the 2.2% of surface water available, 0.01% is found in lakes and streams and the remaining 0.04% is in other forms. Children, as I already told you, the groundwater constitutes only 0.6%. Now, out of the 0.6%, only about 0.25% can be economically extracted with the present drilling technology. Is it clear? Children, now that we know the composition of water, let's see the sources of water. Children, water in India is available in 3 sources. The first one is precipitation. Children, precipitation may be in the form of rain, sleet, freezing rain, hail and snow. The next one is surface water. Children, surface water is found on the oceans, seas, rivers, lakes and other water bodies. The next source of water is groundwater, which is found in the form of wells, springs, etc. So children, the three sources of water are precipitation, surface water and groundwater. Is it clear, children? Children, next let's learn about the hydrologic cycle or water cycle. But before that, let's understand what we mean by hydrology. Children, hydrology is the science which deals with the various aspects of water, such as its occurrence, distribution, movement and properties on the planet Earth. In short, hydrology is the study of water. Again, I repeat, hydrology is the science which deals with the various aspects of water, such as its occurrence, distribution, movement, and properties on the planet Earth. Is it clear, children? Children, availability of water on the earth is not uniform. That is, it is not the same. Some places are very rich and some places are poor in water resources. So children, availability of water on the earth is not uniform, which means it is not the same. Is it clear? So now let's see what is hydrologic cycle. Children, hydrologic cycle is a global sun-driven process. That is, it takes place because of the heat of the sun, where water is transported first from the oceans to atmosphere, then from atmosphere to land, and finally from land back to the oceans. So children, hydrologic cycle is a global sun-driven process where water is transported from oceans to atmosphere, from atmosphere to land, and from land back to oceans. Children, this is a continuous process. Is it clear, children? Children, the water cycle can be considered as a closed system because the quantity of water involved in the cycle is invariable. That means it never changes, though its distribution varies over space and time. So the water cycle is a closed system. Is it clear? Now let's see how the hydrologic cycle or water cycle works. Children, water cycle is a continuous process. Due to the heat of the sun, evaporation takes place from the surface water, that is from oceans, seas and other water bodies, and transpiration takes place from the plants. Now at this stage, water is converted into water vapor. Next, what happens is that this water vapor moves upwards. As it moves to higher altitudes, the water vapor in the air cools and forms tiny droplets of water. Thus, at this stage, condensation takes place where water vapor is again converted into water. Children, the tiny droplets of water come closer to each other and clouds are formed. So far, did you understand, children? Good. Now, what happens is that as the water droplets keep accumulating, the clouds become heavier and heavier. So, as the clouds become heavier and heavier, they melt and sometimes burst, resulting in precipitation of different forms. Children, precipitation may take the form of rain, snow, hail, sleet, etc. Is it clear? Next, what happens is that a part of water from precipitation flows over the land and this is called as runoff, and the other part infiltrates into the soil and builds up the groundwater. Is it clear? Now, the runoff water again flows into the oceans, seas and other water bodies, and the groundwater is absorbed by the plants. Now, you can imagine what will happen. Children, Yes, the whole process starts again. As the runoff water flows into the oceans, seas and other water bodies, and as the plants absorb the groundwater, evapotranspiration takes place. So automatically condensation, precipitation and collection in the form of runoff or groundwater takes place. So children, this process never ends. It keeps on going continuously. This is called as water cycle. Children, did you understand the process of hydrologic cycle or water cycle clearly? Good. Children, go through the video again and learn from it. In the next session, I will be teaching you about the components of hydrologic cycle. So continue watching, children. Thank you.